So the African brother Yusuf told me to be there by 9 o'clock. It's 9:50 a.m. I think they open it up at 10 because you start to see a lot of European men, mostly Polish, Slavic ancestry men. They'll start accumulating, which I've never been there in the morning. So as I said, I do this in the tub area. I don't do it in the face sink, and I have to make sure that the water goes between every part of my toes, the foot, everything, every part. See, certain toenails I have to cut, but I have to cut it a certain way because of the sensitivity. Every part of my foot, every part of my foot. I have to clean every part of my foot. And then I gotta do the same thing with the left foot. The left side of my feet, every foot, every part. Every single part. I gotta do it. You have to make wudu like this. Thorough. And then some people say further, you gotta rub it. You gotta rub the feet with your hand too. Yeah. You have to rub your feet with your hand, like rub it over, rub the water in, and run the water over it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So Islam is not the easy, happy-go-lucky piece of cake life that you think it is. It's demanding. It's demanding. It's quite demanding. It's not for the novice. You know, being a Muslim is the novice. It's not. So that's why I said a lot of these men, they marry non-Muslim women of European ancestry. They use them for documents, for papers and all that kind of stuff. Have sex with them and everything. It's very, very immoral, very loathsome behavior. They use these women for papers and all that. It's no good. It's better to marry and what I'm about to do, what is called they call it the Shahadatain. I can't do it in here. I gotta wait till I come out the bathroom. But better to marry the initiate, the Muslim sister, like Pope John Paul of the papacy, the Vatican, the second, God rest his soul. You know, the Pope John Paul, and they say, how dare you say that for him? That's why a lot of people in the intelligence agencies don't like us, because they know the fundamental core is sort of like a snooty snobbiness Muslims have in the way they look at other people of other religions, but they want to live in other people's countries that's of those other religions, but they denigrate them. They despise them as being for shirk, and you know, there's shirk and there's a despisery of what is considered shirk. And at the same time, you switch then to Ahl Kitab, you know, but at the same time, you switch back to cutting their necks, you know, and all that kind of stuff, you know, and as if we're schizophrenic, you know, not only schizophrenic, bipolar, like we're bipolar or something. And I believe in a lot of security agencies and intelligence structures, Western, they don't like that, man. It's like they think we're putting a fraud. You know, we're deceiving them out to get what we want out of the West, particularly the immigrants, ancestry, and that. But we're really, you know, like that. So they have grave concerns about the convert, particularly if you have the dynamic stacked up against you of being from an ethnic group that particularly has, like if I were Uyghur in China ancestry, or a marginalized ethnic group that's not happy anyway. With a lot of society, you're at the bottom tier, you know, of the societies, and then you become Muslim, but you were not culturally, organically Muslim by birth, you know, things like that. They look at that with a lot of scrutiny, a lot of disdain, man. Now, if the ruling ethnic group comes into Islam, they're not treated so bad. Like one who was, but the thing is, I remember, as I'm digressing here, forgive me the way I talk. The guy that told me this, he's Muslim brother, Abdul Qudus, but he's not Sunni, he's not Salaf, he's a Sufi Tasawwuf. And what I'm saying is, in recent times, the Sufi community has made a lot of inroads into the national security, law enforcement, and intelligence, particularly even the third party contractor, as far as digital contractors, A lot of them are very educated, man. Very logical, educated, systematic people. A lot of Sufism people, very educated, worldly wise. Data analysis, behavioral profilers, and all that. They're in that, man, so they can make the call on who to tag as a terrorist or potential terrorist or suspect or extremist. They're able to make that call. You don't have Salafis working in that sphere, even in Muslim majority countries. You don't have people that are Salafis or like really deeply, if they're not Salafi, just simply deeply Quran and Sunnah. Without bid'ah, without innovations in the cores of Islam. You don't have that. See, whereas the Sufism, they see Islam as an extremely dynamic proposition. It's not a static proposition for them. It could be, it's subject to a lot of change, not only with the times, with modernity, but also with the conditions at the moment. Yeah. Alhamdulillah, Ghafranik. With the conditions at the moment, not a static core. No, not a static core like Quran and Sunnah, or Bismillah, or a Salafist, leaning view. No. With the Salafist type of view, depending on the intensity of it, or the school of thought, or the clique of Salafi, the core beliefs are not static. The core belief structure is not dynamic. It's not dynamic. No, it's static. It is almost immutable. Even with the times, even if we woke up and we were suddenly in Gene Roddenberry's fictional Star Trek, Star Wars world, or a movie I really want to go see, which I don't choose many movies to see. I went to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and there's another one called Valerian, in the World of 1,000 Planets, or something like that. Something like that. That's another one that I want to see. It's coming out this month. I think 2 days after my birthday or before, or something like that. It's coming. That's something that I want to see. But other than that, I don't go to movies much. And yeah, man, that type of situation. So it's very intensive, resource intensive. And despite I gave him the Coca-Cola can, but now when you give even the can, because I take the cans and I throw it outside in the bin down the street, because people reach in those bins looking for the cans, and because storing the cans and putting them someplace, it's like a smelly affair. Yeah, it's the smell